Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. Today's episode, we are going to wrap this dashboard in vinyl. Alright, see you right after the intro.
White snow, red sky, reach up for so high. Blue eyes, fake cry, beware of the fox tonight.
So, like I said in the intro, today we are going to try and wrap this dashboard as part of the restoration. As you saw in the last episode, if you've checked that out, we had to repair quite a few spots. There's a bunch of spots on the top of the dashboard that were cracked and dry rotted. We repaired those, and now we're going to wrap this dash because I feel that is going to be the only way really make this dash look as good as possible without sending it out to be professionally repaired. I've already wrapped this panel just to see how hard it was going to be and to test, my skills. I think it came out okay. Is there some flaws in it? Yeah, but I'm not a professional. This isn't a how-to video. This is a let's see how good I can do. But I will walk you through some of the steps. I have watched, I don't know how many videos, seen the way people do shit wrong, seen the way people do stuff right, and I am hoping to learn from their mistakes and their tips and hints of stuff that did go good. We are going to be using contact cement. No, this is not spaghetti sauce. It is Weldwood contact cement by DAP. There is a better cement to use, and it's the Landau contact cement we use to installing vinyl tops. One of the biggest mistakes I have seen is people using the spray, like the stuff you get in a can. Not this. They actually can spray this through a spray gun. We're going to brush it on, but that's one of the biggest mistakes I've seen is people using the spray on contact cement. It doesn't hold, especially in the heat that these cars produce during the summer, especially being black vinyl. It lets loose, and then you're stuck with the vinyl peeling up off of the material and it just looking really crappy. So we are going to be using the regular contact cement. This should hold just as well. Well, not just as well. This should hold well enough. The Landau contact cement is the stuff that we really do want to use. I cannot get it in my area without having been shipped, and the smallest container I could get shipped was a gallon, and it was like $100. So, not to mention shipping. So $100 plus shipping, and that was just not within my budget. Cleanup is easy with this stuff. Just use mineral spirits. Wipes right up. Did have a spill or two with this, also putting it in this smaller, more convenient jar. The only reason it's in this is because it's easier to use out of this than it would be to have the whole can here. Plus I can leave this sealed up and I don't have to worry about it. This can get put away. We're going to be putting the contact cement on with assorted brushes. I would say use the bristle brushes over the foam ones. Generally, you don't want to be doing a whole big spot of this at one time anyway. Small sections is also one of the mistakes that I've seen people do, is try to cover a whole big area at once. Doing this in small sections will reduce the risk of getting wrinkles or getting stuff stuck to each other. Assorted marking tools, whether they're wax or oil crayons. This is a silver pencil. I also have a silver Sharpie, black Sharpie. If you were using a light colored vinyl, I would not suggest using a Sharpie, especially not black, to mark your surfaces because the Sharpie could bleed through the vinyl, or leather if you're using leather. Cutting implements, I have a hobby knife and a box cutter here, and then clamps for holding down things while they dry. We're going to start by wrapping this panel first. Again, just more practice before I jump on to the big piece. So I'm going to start wrapping this and we'll see how it goes. Alrighty, well, you saw the process of me wrapping this real quick. All the edges are tucked. There's really no more excuses. Kind of have to bite the bullet and do the main dash. Alrighty guys, I have my piece of vinyl cut laid out, and we're going to go about this the same way that we went about the other two pieces, one of which you saw me do. Going to lay this out in small sections, work a little bit at a time, and lock it down as I go. I think I'm going to start with the very top piece, at least as far as this opening for the dash, and then I think I'm going to start working it into this recess, and then go from there. Two biggest parts I'm going to think are going to give me an issue is this inside of the dash here, and then where the stereo goes. I think those are going to be the two hardest parts on this whole dash. Maybe this area right in here, but we'll see. In fact, I think I'm just going to lock it down up above the dash here, work our way down in here and out this way, and then we'll work our way out. Alright, I figured I'd bring you in for a hot second and see how far I've gotten. Okay, so we have the whole top piece, the whole top center piece above the dash cluster in, and I'm starting to wrap it down into the dash area. Going to start working on these corners next. Probably going to have to put in a relief cut here soon. So I don't end up pulling too much of this fabric down into the hole. But this is where we're at for now. And I will continue to work at this and bring you back in a little bit. Well, things were going great until they weren't. So we got this whole top area down here pretty nice. I got it down around this corner. And we were tucking this area in, but there is a problem. I shouldn't say I forgot. I didn't realize how much this was going to pull around this bend. This is actually the straight edge that would have gone this way. As you can see, it's pulled it this way. Now, I mean, technically, I have a lot of fabric here. The problem is it's not in the direction that I need it. And I didn't realize that when I went to go and cut this material. I had plenty of extra. In fact, I have some over there, but not enough to recover this again. So I'm going to have to buy another section of this fabric. And I'm going to have to leave myself a lot of extra on the end for when it does this. I don't think I will have similar issues. I might down at that end after I get this corner in. We'll have to see. I might just finish wrapping this area just to see how it reacts, to know how much I need to pull over there. But yeah. Failure number 1. I wasn't expecting this to work perfectly the first time, kind of hoping it was, but I think I got this. Just need to leave myself that extra room for coming around this corner. But all right, try this again next time.